2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Charlotte Hornets. Checking out the Hornets, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, last year the Heat went from a team that could get up and down the floor to one of the slower teams in terms of pace. Is this the right tempo for them to play, Kenny?
Well, the core is older, and it makes sense to them to slow it down a little bit, obviously, to make things easier to get into your offense. But second to last in the NBA last season.
This your boy MC coming out with another live 2K NBA. If you're watching, please comment, tell me what you want me to do better, and hope y'all enjoy the game. If you like it, hit the like button. If you don't, you know what to do. Let's go ahead and get this thing started.
The Hornets coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. We're in Miami for some Heat basketball. This hometown crowd ready to go. Welcome to the Tuesday afternoon broadcast of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Tip-off goes to Charlotte. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Kidd-Gilchrist and Williams are at the forward spots. Kemba Walker is out there with Batum. And it's Zeller in center.
And guys, last year Marvin Williams signed a big contract, and he did not follow that up with big production. In fact, he tied a career low in terms of his field goal percentage at only 42. And not exactly what the Hornets were expecting from their new stretch four.
Off on the layup. And here's Miami. Wade, right side. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now, here's Walker. Shoots. The offensive rebound. Zeller makes it off the glass.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Charlotte on D. Good ball movement here by Miami. Zeller grabs the board.
And once he had to change his shot in the face of the D, you just had a feeling that one wasn't going to fall.
Batum wide open. He fires. Batum with another miss.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now here's Walker. Really left alone that time. Williams has got his first 2 points.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Stolen by Walker. Pass to Zeller. Dishes to Batum. And right side sends it back. Right side Dragic. Can't hit. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Batum inside the three-point line. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
Hornets have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Kidd-Gilchrist against Dang. And a wide open look for Walker. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Here's Walker following the score by Miami. There's the double team from Whiteside. And a wide open look for Zeller. Batum dishes to Williams. Sinks that one from the post.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Heat have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's Dragic. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And a new group in for the Heat. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy. Coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three, or just taking it to the rack himself.
Heat have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. And Lamb kicks to Jefferson. Feeds it to Lynn. And it's Kaminsky, top of the key. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Dragic gets the bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Lynn. Looking for his first basket still in this one. It's deflected.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Offensive rebound. Lee kicks to Jefferson. Breaks a big height bounce and goes in.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Kicks it to Kaminsky. Outside, Lynn. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Now here's Kaminsky. Just 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Lee. Lee can't get that one to fall.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Hornets lead by 6. And we'll be back right after. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player.
I was obsessed with the NBA.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
It's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does, sure. but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Hornets?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. Williams down low with Jefferson. Batum is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Kidd-Gilchrist in at the 3. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
Richardson, it's deflected. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And Walker kicks to Batum. Williams a screen. Jefferson has a wide open look. A second chance effort. And Williams with the nice bucket inside. Williams has got the lead up to 6 now for the Hornets. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And it's Wade penetrating. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
And, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance.
And really, they showed up in force, even as the Heat fell to the back of the pack. The Heat only 20-21 last year at American Airlines Arena, but the fans loved them all the same.
Whiteside's checked in for Miami. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Al Jefferson. Williams a screen on Richardson. Walker's shot is off.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted. And really, I like the movement and communication there.
Williams with a clean look. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Williams has got 8 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Here's Whiteside. The shot is off. And Charlotte will come the other way. And Walker kicks to Zeller. Batum with the ball. He's picked up by Dang. The kick out to Walker. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. And now an 11-point Charlotte lead.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
And for Cody Zeller, after that promising rookie campaign, he just did not tear it up in year 2. In fact, his production only improved slightly. But that was mostly due to the increase in playing time. Talented guy, no doubt, just still trying to find his way in the league.
The Heat making a switch here. Dragic is checked in. Walker goes in. Walker missing again.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Wade.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season, averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year, and it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. And then for Charlotte, Kaminsky, he's checked in for Williams. Lee comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker.
And the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Kidd-Gilchrist the pass to Lee. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Heat trail by 7. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's Wade. That time on the assist by Dang. 10 points for Wade.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And he gets the bucket.
Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
Heat have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Cody Zeller.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, and it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team. Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Dragic dishes to Wade. Passes it to Johnson. Lee against Wade.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now, so solid numbers in that department.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state, but what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years, but he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down. Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Al Jefferson is checked in for the Hornets. Greg, you brought the topic of Wade. He's had a chance to make several tough mental adjustments throughout his career.
Well, he's always been a guy willing to alter his game for the good of the team. That's why he's got those championship rings, Kevin. You've got to be flexible, not just talented.
Yeah, when Shaq comes in and joins him, then he had to change away when LeBron came in to play
Great
a
credit
different
to
way.
him.
Yeah.
Great credit to him.
Very admirable. Both free throws good from Lin. And the hope for Jeremy Lin last season was that he'd take a step forward in his development, but it almost was the opposite in this point.
And that can happen. You don't always go a straight line north in your improvement in this league. He'd been on an upward swing as far as his shooting accuracy, but last season was the worst since his rookie year in that area. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Dragic the pass to Stoudemire. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Lee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He kicks it to Kaminsky. That one a little long.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
It's stolen by Lamb. And so we conclude the...
Kevin, I'm here with...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They are leading by 12. Shaq, we'll start with you. How do you think they played?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. The big men are Bosh and Whiteside, and it's Dragic in at the point guard. So that's who Erik Spoelstra starts the second half with. It's Williams with the drive. A nice shot by Zeller. And the Hornets lead by 15.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Wade for 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Batum's got his third rebound on the night.
And Charlotte's defense, it didn't really start out incredible last season, but over the course of the year, they climbed the ranks, and by the end of the year, they were a force.
The Heat have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Dang kicks to Whiteside. Left side Bosh. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And Clark, you don't think of too many of the Hornets as lockdown defenders, MKG being the big one, but they defended well over the entire season.
And for them, Kevin, rim protection was a big factor. They were a top 5 team in the league in forcing missed shots at their own basket.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Coach can't be pleased with their inconsistency on the defensive glass. They've been caught taking pictures out there. They're watching, as opposed to getting in there and securing the orange.
The Heat making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. Outside Dragic. Here's Bosh. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Bosh has got his second bucket of the game to go. Charlotte calls timeout. And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career, but boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all. A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And stolen by Zeller. Walker dishes to Williams. And it's sent back by Bosh. And that is good. And that's now 10 points for Williams.
And how about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
Greg, you've often heard it said that sometimes it boils down to who wants it, but who wants it is also tied to putting yourself in position to go get it.
A shot by Batum, no good.
On the topic of Chris Bosh, I mean, guys, he was a 24-11 player his last season with Toronto. Went on to Miami to win rings where his stats dipped a bit with LeBron there. Then last season, his scoring average right back up to 21 a game.
Offensive rebound.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Batum for 3. Charlotte no good that time either.
Talking about Chris Bosh, he was really ahead of his time when he first entered the league. I mean, very few power forwards back then had his combination of size, agility, and skill set. Now we're seeing a ton of fours like that on draft night.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Josh McRoberts is checked in for Whiteside. And Winslow subbed in for Luol Deng. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Jefferson's checked in for Cody Zeller. Kaminsky comes in for Williams. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
The Heat trail by 21. Dragic kicks to Richardson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Lee passes to Batum. Charlotte moving the ball around, and he gets it to go. 6 points for Al Jefferson.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
No good from Lee.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations, and 33-49 just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
It's stolen by Kaminsky. Lin against Dragic. Outside, Lin. There's the pick. Clock at 6. Inside, Kaminsky. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Bosch. Johnson comes in for Josh McRoberts. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Richardson. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
To the inside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
That's his first personal foul.
For Charlotte, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Both good from the line that time. Six seconds left to play in the third. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Got it off in time. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Hornets ahead, running away with it. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Well, the Hornets shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Tyler Hansbrough out there with Spencer Hawes. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Daniels in at the 3 spot. Johnson attacking. That one wide left.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And the rejection by Stoudemire.
All right, let's
go. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hornets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Josh McRoberts has checked in for Miami. Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
Shoots from 12. Hansbrough misses.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Here's Daniels. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist in this one.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
Now the feed to McRoberts. Lets it fly. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there. I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he is a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes.
And Walker kicks to Daniels. Johnson over to help. It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Green. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely reinvented himself as a player.
And for Gerald Green, and him reinventing himself, really was just known as a dunker before heading overseas.
You know, Kevin, he came back with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a player. Strange to think that there was a time that he couldn't find a way onto an NBA roster.
The Heat making a switch here. Deng's checked in. Charlotte's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. The dish to Hansbrough. From about 16, Green with the rebound. The Heat have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. McRoberts. Miami no good on that time either. Charlotte is gone. On 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Green with the block. And they're able to recover. And it's Walker penetrating. Offensive rebound. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Hornets ball.
Full 24-second shot clock. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Now Hansbrough. Pass to Daniels. Hansbrough a screen on Green. Daniels kicks to Hawes. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Green in the post. He's covered by Daniels. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Richardson, he's checked in for Green.
All right, let's go.
Here's Stoudemire. Outside Deng. To the middle. Here's McRoberts, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And there's the defensive 3-second call.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the Big Three were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And for the Heat, once the bullies of the Eastern Conference, they had a lot of trouble keeping up with other Eastern Conference teams.
Kevin, they finished 25-27 against the rest of the conference, played under 500 against the East at home, which really negated their chances for the playoffs.
Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng.
Assist goes to Kemba Walker.
Heat have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Lee with the steal. And it's Walker penetrating. The pass to Kaminsky.
Inside 2 minutes.
He dishes it to Walker. Down low, another shot. That shot's good from Hawes. Hawes got 4 this quarter.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Out left to the wing. Tries it from 19. McRoberts misses.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Walker with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Johnson over to help. Pass to Kaminsky. 6 to shoot. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And when you think of Kidd-Gilchrist, one thing that comes to mind is intangibles. He has a desire and intensity and a will to win that elevates him to elite status.
Yeah, you know, he never will be a great shooter, and he's still working on his jump shot. But the intangibles, you talked about it, you add heart and tenacity to that. Every team wants a guy like that.
And talking about Kidd-Gilchrist, yes, he's worked to fix his shooting form last season, but the real improvement was made on the boards. He averaged 7.5 rebounds a game in only 29 minutes of play. That is outstanding.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Cody Zeller's checked in for Hawes. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Lee. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Charlotte.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to him.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Kaminsky. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Miami.
And for Kidd-Gilchrist, he was accustomed to so much winning in high school, college, international competition. He's had a rough first 3 years in the NBA, making the playoffs only once in that time. But he's a real warrior, so that has to be killing him inside.
The free throw drops for Lamb. And guys, over his first 3 seasons, no question Jeremy Lamb has been a major disappointment. Clark, his game simply didn't seem to evolve at all over that time.
Well, that's why scouting is an inexact science. You know, he was a major piece in that James Harden trade, Kevin, a few years back, but just hasn't found the traction anticipated for him.
They set the pick. A shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Offline with his 3. And McRoberts gets to Green from about 16, and it doesn't even draw iron. Charlotte in total control. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win.
And a wide open look for Lynn. Cans the 12-footer.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you, and now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
He was sharp as attack defensively. So often we focus on offense, but this guy with his steals truly fueled them tonight. The entire team fed off of his energy.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.